Let's face it, you suck at dieting. And losing weight? Well, that sucks too. Giving up isn't an option because you'd rather be thin. You're now listening to the Rather Be Thin podcast with your vocal sensation, an unfiltered, anti-fat acceptance warrior, a serial dieter and food addict herself, your host, Tasia.
Hey, you're now listening to episode number 2 of the Rather Be Thin podcast. I'm Tasia. It is nice to meet you. Now, before we can even start this episode, I need to make sure you're in the right place. If you're a woman in your 30s or above, and you try to stay on your diet for at least 100 times this week alone, then you landed on the right podcast. All right, let's jump right into this episode of the Rather Be Thin podcast. Some questions that you may have been thinking to yourself about the never-ending, dreadful, treacherous journey of losing weight may be, how do you do it? How do you lose weight? And how do you keep doing that successfully? Seriously, how do we keep ourselves accountable, motivated, and happy to continue losing weight? How do we do that? Those are some good questions. Questions that it's probably going to be hard for me to answer, but I'm going to try my hardest. In this episode, I'm going to break down 5 tips that can possibly help you and me, because sometimes I need a reminder. 5 tips to help you get into the groove of weight loss, help you on your weight loss journey, and hopefully you can start seeing some good results. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer. This podcast is purely based on opinions and experiences. Please consult your own physician, as none of the suggestions, information, and topics discussed are intended to replace actual medical advice. We encourage you to do your own research. The Rather Be Thin podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Tip number 1 is to keep it simple. I just searched the word Google. I just searched the word diet on Google, and it simply says the kinds of foods a person, animal, or community eats on a daily basis, what they eat habitually. And according to this definition, we're always dieting. Every single day, we are dieting. And with that being said, you have to mind your food intake. All right? You have to mind your food intake. And you have to exercise more. I don't know who can eat whatever they want, don't exercise, and lose weight. And if you know someone, you let me know, because that is an anomaly and I'm jealous. But seriously, your food intake, your exercise, both of these things are non-negotiable. You must watch your calories. You must exercise. I know I said that 1,000,000 times, but it is important. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to see any progress. And unfortunately, there are no magic pills. There are no magic pills at all. No diet pills are gonna help you. No fad diets, no lemonade diet is going to help you. It's all about eating right to lose weight and exercising, which again helps your heart. You know, all the cliche things everybody says, but it's true. Helps your heart, your endurance, your strength, and so on, so forth. You get the picture. It is easier said than done, but the equation is so simple. But the execution, yes, that is the hard part. Eat less calories, exercise more. Tip number 2, you have to plan. You have to have goals. You need to write it down. You need to have something from start to finish. Would you go on a trip not knowing where you're going? Or how you're going to get there? When you're going to get there? Who does that? Nobody. Well, nobody with sense. You just don't go and just aimlessly, I'm just going to do whatever and hopefully I'll get to my goal. It doesn't work like that, you know? So why would you do that? Why would you do that with your own weight loss journey? It makes no sense, right? I'm telling you right now, don't just aimlessly hope and think that you're going to reach your goals using law of attraction. That woo-woo stuff is not going to help you. It's not going to help you at all. Take a second and actually plan something out. Seriously, take a second and plan it out. Yeah, we all get lazy. We just want to sit there and hope that things would just work out. Like one day I'll just wake up, I don't feel like eating, I'm just going to go on a diet. No, it doesn't work like that. Because I tried that. It does not work like that. Like seriously, write it out. Write out something. Plan it. Even if it's just drinking water, plan that. Plan it out. Because that is your start point. And once you see yourself check that off your list, my goal has been reached for the day. I drank all the water needed. It should be enough for you to do it again the next day. You want to lose 20 pounds in 5 months? Write it down. Make that official. Make it a thing. And seriously, don't be lazy and skip the step, okay? There's an old saying, and you guys probably heard this a million times already, but when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And come to think of it, that is a plan. That seriously is a plan. You plan to fail if you fail to plan. Come on now. All right. So we're on tip 3. Okay, 3 out of 5. Let's go. So tip 3. Don't be the food police, but be the food police. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let me elaborate. So tip 3, be militant. Be militant about food measuring and why can't I say this word? And designating workout time slots. Hey, go get your phone. You heard me right. Go get your phone, go to your calendar app, and book at least 2 time slots for your workouts this week. I know you have time. I know you're not spending all day working, maybe all day eating. We need to stop that. But I know you can fit in 2 slots for your workouts. Come on, let's go. I'm waiting. If you're driving right now, you can do this later. You thought I was going to say you didn't have to do this. No, you still got to do it. I don't want you getting hurt. I care about you, okay? So you do it later. Now for the rest of you that's sitting on your hands, shame on you. Too many of you, including myself, will put off exercise. We all put off exercise. Why? It's not fun. It takes too long. It's cutting into my eating time. Okay, be serious. All right, exercise is so important towards your weight loss goals. It's very important. We just got to find exercises that we like. I know it's hard. It's hard. Just to be able to put your exercise clothes on. If you're staying at home, it's hard to put your exercise clothes on, okay? Turn on your TV, go to YouTube or put on your exercise download or whatever you did to save what you're going to do for the exercise. And actually press play and exercise. That's the hardest freaking part. Or put your exercise clothes on, start your car, wait for your car to heat up, get into your car, drive to the exercise place that you need to go to do your thing. And then get out your car, walk to the door, go into the door, put your stuff down, and get ready to exercise. That's a lot of steps, right? Too many steps for me. Too many steps for me. I don't want to do that. But it has to be done if you want to get to your goal. Losing weight, getting healthy, getting fit is not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, none of us will be fat. None of us will be overeating. None of us will be food addicts because it would just be so easy. We can just stop eating at any time. We can go and exercise and be freaking crazy gym maniacs and just get things done. But that's just not the case. It's just not the case. So anyway, it's either exercise, count your calories, exercise, or sit on your couch and just blow up like a balloon. And then you'll look in the mirror like I did this morning. Look in the mirror and be like, where the hell did this double chin come from? It was going away months ago when I was trying to lose weight and trying to stick to my diet. But look in the mirror today and I'm like, whoa, what the heck is that? I think it's time for me to go exercise again. What do you guys think? Dang. All right, so let's talk about your portion sizes. I went there. Don't talk about me. We're talking about you right now, okay? We're talking about you. Let's talk about your portion sizes, okay? A lot of you eat too much. You do. A lot of you eat too damn much, or you just don't realize that you are, which that is a recipe for disaster. Again, I'm the one to talk when I have a compulsive food addiction, but we're not talking about me right now, okay? We'll talk about that later on in different episodes, okay? But today is you. Our mindless eating alone, our food obsession minds alone is why you and I both need to measure out our food. It's like baby steps. We need to go back. We need to go back and start over and train our brains that it's okay to eat a little less. We don't need to eat the whole bag of chips. It's okay to eat one serving size. It's all right. We're not going to die. We're not going to unalive ourselves. It's okay. You got to make sure you got your measuring spoons, measuring cups. Go get yourself some nice measuring spoons and measuring cups. The ones I have in my house right now, I have both plastic and stainless steel. I like the stainless steel because with plastic, the numbers will rub off the cups after a while. And that's annoying because I kind of remember what the 1 cup looks like, but once you get down to the half and 1/3 and 1/4, I can tell. But the 1/3 and 1/2 cup, it's like I gotta put it in one another and see which one's smaller. That's why I like the stainless steel ones, because that doesn't rub off. And just get you some good quality measuring spoons and measuring cups, okay? Just get you some good ones. Now, cups and bowls. That's a doozy. Because what you think is a cup or what you think is a bowl or a plate is actually bigger than a serving size. And because of that, make sure you do get the proper bowls and plates and cup sizes to help you prevent eating the whole damn box of cereal. You're going to put your pizza on a large ass serving plate. A serving plate meant for dinner parties, and eat off of that. You know that's wrong. You know that ain't right. You need to get the right plate. If you're going to eat pizza, get the right plate, especially a smaller plate, so you don't eat the whole thing at once. It's okay to eat one slice at a time. It's okay to dial back and see where you're at. And plus, don't you want to have more pizza later? If you eat it all at once, then you're going to be sad. Then you're going to want to eat another pizza. Do you want that? I know I don't. But sometimes I do want to eat the whole damn pizza. Then I'll cry about it later because I wish I would have ate one slice at a time. But I digress. We're talking about you today, okay? We're talking about you. But seriously, if we all had self-control, I wouldn't have you as listeners right now. You'll be off doing your thing on the beach or whatever, wearing the clothes that you want to wear and getting done up and stuff like that because you are proud of your body. Not here listening to me ranting about my food addictions and how you need to change the way you eat so we both can be happier in our bodies. Just saying. Tip 4, record everything so you can look back at it later on and compare. Now, this is one of the most tedious tasks. I'm not including the counting the calories because that's a task in itself. But just writing it down and telling yourself, remembering and giving yourself reminders to write it down is hard because I forget to do that too. I know you guys sometimes, you guys ain't perfect. I know you guys forget to do it, or you just look away and look the other way. Don't do that. But yeah, you're going to have to move your hands for this one. You got to get your pens, your paper, a nice little notebook, whatever that you want to make you feel comfortable. And remember that you need to write down what you're eating, even write down your exercises, what you do, just so that you can, just so you can look back at it and be like, I did that. I lost 5 pounds. I did that right. I did this week. I gained 2 pounds. All right, let me go back to the 5-pound one and repeat that week and see if I do better. This and that and the third. All right, are we on the same page? You do need something to reference back to. And this will be very helpful. especially when you go forward into time and you just want to look back and see. Because like if you lose 50 pounds or when you lose 50 pounds, you want to go back and be like, this is what I did. This is the hard work I did to get here. I ate this, I exercised here, I did that, and everything in the middle. You will be proud of yourself. I mean, you can remember it, but it's much better if it's all written down and you see it right there in your face. But if I don't write it down, then it never happened. I mean, who's going to know? Like I said, don't do that. Those secret food binges that you forgot about will show up on the scale. It will. Don't pretend that you can't see. See, that's the thing with weight loss and trying to lose weight in the weight loss journey. You can't hide a food binge. You can't hide not being able to exercise, getting your exercise in, you avoiding exercise. You can't hide that because it shows up on your body. That sucks, right? I hate that too. Like I said before, my double chin looked like it came out of nowhere. It was probably there for a while. I noticed it this morning. I'm like, what the heck? Not cool, man. Not cool. But yeah, if you don't write it down, you forget about it. Let's pretend it never happened. Let's look the other way. Who's that benefiting? Really, think about it. Who is that benefiting if you decide, I don't need to write that down. Nobody's going to know. I'm going to look over here. I'm going to go eat the whole case of Oreo cookies, whole packet. I'm going to go eat those 12 cupcakes like I did the other day. Shh, don't say nothing. Don't tell anyone, okay? Ate all those cupcakes. Eating chocolate. Craziness, I'm telling you. And then get on the scale and see a bump up. Don't write it down. Be like, what did I do? I didn't even eat that. I didn't eat this. I did that. I did that good. I drank water. I drank 8 cups of water. Like, come on. Wouldn't that flush out? Come on, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. But yeah, with weight loss, with weigh-ins, a lot of my past weigh-ins, I blame the scale. And I was like, all right, this scale's lying to me. It's lying to me. So I go drive my car to a Walmart, to a Target. It doesn't matter, someplace, because I did this multiple times. I go buy a new scale. I'm like, this scale here, it doesn't have the body fat percentage thing. My scale only has the weigh-in. Maybe if I had that additional benefit, I guess, I can't think of the word right now. If I had the additional benefit, then I should get a different reading. Do you know how much money I wasted on buying new scales? And the new scale made me heavier than the one I already had. I should have never bought the new scale. But it always happens that way. It always happens that way. So don't blame the scale, because the scale lies anyway. It lies anyway, all right? Let's agree on that. It lies anyway. But anyway, the reality is, the benches are the problem. It's not the scale. I just eat too damn much. And you guys probably do too. We just gotta calm down and don't do that. But yeah, recording your food intake and your exercise is gonna help you understand your patterns and why you're getting the results that you're getting. So just get out your own feelings, get out your own head, document everything, just write it all down. Now, this isn't meant, writing this stuff down isn't meant for you to be hard on yourself, to guilt yourself, saying that you're a failure, you're a loser, whatever your negative brain or whatever the negative talk is going on, the chatter is happening. Get that out your face, your head, your mouth right now. It's not about that. It's about taking what you're doing and making it logical. Make it factual. Make it so you can go back and look at your track record and seeing where you're ending up. Seeing why you are where you are at this moment. It is helpful. It can help. I know it helped me. I know it can definitely help you. Progress. It's all about progress. It's not about perfection, because we are going to mess up. I don't care how diligent you are, how many calories that you're counting, how many minutes of exercise that you're doing. You will mess up. You will relapse. You will mess up. It is what it is. It's truthful. It's truthful. And if you think that way, that I'm trying my hardest, as long as I'm going forward, I'm doing the best I possibly can, you will succeed. You will hit your goal. You will. You may not believe it now, but you will hit it. You will get there. Not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. I'm telling you. It's going to be like pulling teeth. But you will get there. Just write everything down. Log it. And don't make me judge you. Because I can see you through this mic. I can see you through the speakers. I can feel you. Okay? I am judging you. If you decide to not think about progress and more about perfection, do not think about perfection. It's progress. And I am judging you if you don't do this. Tip number 5 is OD on mindset changing. You need to change your mindset. And this is probably the hardest. I know I said before that the other ones are a little bit challenging. No, this one's the hardest of them all. When you're starting off with like a new exercise routine, new diet plan, like you found something like, maybe I could stick to this for a long time. It sounds doable. When you find these new exciting beginnings, like, ooh, let me try that. It is exciting. It is very exciting. It's like it's something shiny, something new, something refreshing. It's like a new start. And those new starts always comes off with the most motivation, willpower, like all of the good things. All those happy emotions. Like this is going to be it. This is the last time I need to diet. The last time. But then reality sets in. And it sets in hard. You skip exercising here and there. So those 2 exercises, those 2 exercise slots I told you to put in your calendar earlier, it'll start to fade probably if you don't change your mindset. It's just gonna stop. And the new eating plan that you found out or that you put together, that I can stick to it for life. It gets boring. You're sick of eating the same old food every day. Who wants to eat lettuce with nothing on it, with no dressing? Who wants to do that's just bunny food. Now, I love bunnies. I have 2 bunnies. I have 2 bunnies myself. I love bunnies. But I don't like bunny food. Like I said before, I like cake. Cake is food group number 1. Potato chips, food group number 2. Macaroni and cheese, food group number 3. Those are my food groups. Bunny food isn't. It's not. Your brain will start playing tricks on you. You had your exercises plugged in. You found them. You're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go hard. Right? You got your eating plan. You're like, I can do this. I can do this for the rest of my life. This is going to be super simple, easy, everything in between. Yes. But then your brain plays tricks on you. You don't need to do that. Why are you conforming? Exercise too hard. Sick of eating that food. You're a failure. Just quit now. Why'd you even start? You're wasting all my time. Like, brain, calm down. I'm trying to help you out. Why are you sabotaging me? It's like, what? And then your brain just says, to heck with losing weight. You agree because your brain is just draining you, draining all your energy because it's fighting you. It's fighting with you. And then you say to yourself, hey, maybe I can get down with that body positivity movement. Maybe I can do that. Maybe that's something. Maybe it's not so bad. I mean, I'm still healthy. Right? I can still walk. I'm fine. It's whatever. But I don't suggest that. I don't suggest that because we're technically still young. Technically. And how many more years do you think you can go with eating cake, cookies, and everything unlimited? Don't exercise and expect to be healthy once you get to your 60s or your 70s or your 80s. Like, how long do you think you can really go before your body starts deteriorating? And then you look back at when you were in your late 30s and your early 40s and said, damn, why didn't I change? That was my time. Why didn't I take that time to actually stick to it and get it done? Now I have to suffer in my later years just because your brain told you, give up. That's that mindset change we need to get on board with. We need to change it to tell our brains, yeah, it'll be much easier to quit. Yes, it would. But I'm not going to let you make me fail. I'm not going to let you make me fail. Not this time. Not this time. And I want to tell you this. This is not an easy task to be able to trick your brain to get on board with your health plan for you to get healthy. It's going to be hard. But how many times have you found yourself in this position that you give up because your brain said so? It's hard to tell it no. Am I right? It's hard to tell it no. And the reason why it's hard to tell it no is because your mindset is messed up. It's messed up. We all have short-term motivation. We all have short-term willpower. It's always great in the beginning. And then we end up burning out mentally, physically, just burnt out. And you're just sick. You're sick of it because your habits are so much stronger than the new habits that you're trying to instill into your brain. Now, can we make motivation and willpower last a heck of a lot longer? Can we make it last more than 10 hours before we give up on our diets? Is that even possible? I usually mess up on my diets around hour 2, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm giving myself too much credit. But anyway, we can make willpower and motivation last a lot longer if we can find anyone, to help keep us accountable and recharge that motivation and willpower needed to get through, to succeed, to reach our goals. Active support group, accountability partner, accountability group. Those are what's going to change our mindset. It's more than just counting your calories. It's more than just exercising. It's more than just writing it down. You need that social support, an active support group, and someone or a group to keep us accountable. These things right here will fix our mindset, and we'll be able to reach our weight loss goals, our fitness goals, and stick to them long term. It is possible. Spoiler alert, I have some exciting news about this coming up in the future. So stay tuned, listen in. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. But in the meantime, don't beat yourself up. It's not worth it. Now, if you haven't already, check out last week's episodes. You might learn something. Be sure to subscribe and rate the show. I appreciate your support. Also, check out the show notes for even more information. And tune into the next episode of the Rather Be Thin podcast. Thank you for listening. Good luck to you. Hear me out again next time. I'm your host, Tasia. Bye.